welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Anne and this is All the Budgeting. I am on a journey to repair and recover from filing for Chapter 13 bankruptcy in November of 2021, and I am utilizing a cash envelope budgeting system to help me do that. And so what happens on this channel is I do paycheck cash stuffings, side hustle cash stuffings, cash condensing whenever it's needed, and I always close out my budget every month, which includes a net worth calculation. So if that is something that interests you, I do hope that you consider subscribing, liking, commenting, all of that. It really does help me get found in the YouTube algorithm. I am inching closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark where I can get subscribed. I'm really hoping that I get there before the end of the year. I'm really hoping by November I'm able to meet that goal. I'm a little bit under 700 right now. So really do appreciate everybody that has subscribed and watches my videos and all of that. So, okay, so into today's video. So today we are closing out our August budget. I can't believe it's already the end of August. Yeah, but here we are. So let's go ahead and get my planner open. Oops. And so if you haven't been here before, this digital planner that I am using is available for purchase on my Etsy shop, and that is linked below. It's also available as a printable version, and I do have some paperback already bound and printed versions available on Amazon. So all of that is linked below if that is something that you're looking for. Okay, so we always start with looking at our budget, what we planned for, what actually happened. That's where we start. So for our income for August, our paychecks were about what, I don't know why I say our. It's not like a collective, right? My paychecks were what I had planned for. I had about $261 coming from Patreon. I did have an extra week in there, so I used my extra week fund for that. And then I did do a cash out with my Dosh app. If you're not familiar with Dosh, it's one of those cashback apps where, if you use a linked card at restaurants and some stores, you get cash back. So if there's a referral code below, if you are not familiar with that. I always love those because if I'm gonna be, going there anyway, might as well get some cash back. So my total income was $8,442. My fixed bills and expenses, and so those stay in my checking account. I don't, pull out for envelopes or anything like that. They came in right around what I had planned for, a few variances here and there, but it was pretty much a wash. And then I had my standard $68 in business expenses. So what I was left to stuff was about $2,400 and change. So then if we go to our kind of fix or spending cash envelopes and that type of thing. So my groceries, spending, hair, everything came out to what I expected to contribute. And then I had $104 of my business income that I put into taxes. And so that left me $669 to stuff. Now, the amount that I actually do stuff is almost always more, because remember that I do include any rollover into my paycheck stuffings, but I don't count that as income because it was income already. So it would be double counting it as income. So, what I actually stuff into my envelopes typically, hopefully, is always going to be more than what I had planned for. And so, yeah, I was able to stuff almost $900 into my sinking funds this month. So that's pretty great. I like when I'm able to do that. So, Okay. So next we'll look at, let me go actually here to our closeout. So this is where I look at what did I start the month with and what did I end the month with, and I calculate the difference so that I can see, what I'm working with here. Okay, so this is a little bit tough to be able to write as well. So let's see. So emergency, I started the month and ended the month with the same, so no difference there. Extra debt, I started with $75, ended with $155, and so that was a plus 80. Health, I started with $415, ended with $460, so that was plus 45. Home maintenance, I started with $35, I ended with $15, so that is minus 20. Home improvement, started with $155, ended with $135, so minus 20. Car maintenance, started with $325, ended with $365, so that is plus 40. Pet care, started with $95, ended with $175, so that is plus 80. And it is a Saturday morning. I can't do a lot of math in my head. Okay, electronics started with $115, ended with $155, so that is plus 40. Extra week, so I started with $650, but I did have an extra week, so I ended with $390 because at least 300 came out. So $650 minus $390, so that, but I also did contribute to it, so that's why we're not seeing it go down by 3. So that is minus $260. Okay. Subscriptions started with $470, ended with $445, and so that is minus 25 because I did pay a subscription. Vacation started with $65, ended with $105, so that is plus 40. Christmas started with $145, ended with $180, so that's plus 35. Holiday dinner started with $120, ended with $140, so plus 20. Gifts started with $75, ended with $45 because I did have a gift to purchase, so that is minus 35. Entertainment started with $75, ended with $55, so I did dip into that one as well, so that is minus 20. Clothes started with $35, ended with $10, so that is minus 25. Beauty started with $45, ended with $65, so plus 20. Okay, let's go to the next page. So you can see I did dip into my envelopes a bit this month, but that's what it's there for, right? So miscellaneous started with 20, ended with 10, so minus 10. Oof, that doesn't look good. New car started with 130, ended with 145, so plus 15. Same with new house and same with planner stuff. Okay, so taxes started with $675, ended with $779, so that's what, 104. And then subscriptions started with $202, ended with $291, so that is plus 89. Okay, so I'm gonna speed this up. I'm going to total these up and come back and see what the grand total is. Okay, so I am ending with $5,745, and I started with $5,517, and so that is, that is a total increase of $228. So, you know, not too bad, given that I did dip into some of them quite a bit. All right, so next up, I am going to do my net worth calculation. And so I'm gonna copy this envelope total here because that is a factor in my net worth. Okay, so my net worth from last month was $67,766, and that is the revised. I did miscalculate that initially, but then I went back through and recalculated. Okay, so now let's take a look at my assets. So we just saw that my total in my envelopes is $5,745. My house, I'm estimating the value at $215,000, and that's just based on what similar homes in the area are going for. My car, according to Kelley Blue Book, again, this is just an estimate, has a trade-in value of $26,731. I do usually mention this. I work from home, so my car has very low mileage on it. It is a 2018, so it's, you know, four and a half years old, and it only has like 29,000 miles on it. So that's why it's valued so highly, is because for its age, it's in really good shape. And then my current 401k balance is $52,835. So let's total up our assets. Okay, wow. So we hit the 300,000 mark. So $300,311. And I learned my lesson from last time. I'm just gonna double count this just to make sure. See, this calculator gets really finicky. Okay, yep, that is right. Okay, so now on to our liabilities. So these are all my balances as of today on these various accounts. So I currently owe on my bankruptcy $79,275. On my AC unit, I owe $8,570. My mortgage, my current balance is $130,150. My car loan, $9,616. And on that medical bill, I have, or, you know, the account, I have $821 currently. So let's total these up. Okay, and we will recalculate these as well just to make sure. So right now it looks like my total liabilities equal $228,432. Let's just redo that real quick. Yep. Okay, so now to get my new net worth, I am going to subtract my liabilities from my assets. So 311 minus 432. Okay, so my new net worth is $71,879. So not quite at the 75,000 mark. That's my next goal. but we're getting there. So let's figure out the difference. So I'm going to subtract last month's net worth from this month. So minus 67,766. So that was an increase of $4,113. Not bad. And then the percentage change, I'm going to take the amount that changed divided by last month. So 4,113 divided by 67,766. Okay, so that was a 6% increase in my net worth. Not bad at all. I shall take it. So, and again, I mentioned, if this isn't something that you guys are doing, whether it's monthly, quarterly, whatever it might be, I really do encourage, because I would never really have imagined that somebody that has, more than $200,000 in debt, including a bankruptcy, has a net worth of, more than $70,000, right? And that just is motivation to keep saving. And, it's motivation in that I'm moving in the right direction. So I've mentioned before, when I started the year of 2022, I had a negative net worth. So the fact that I now have in August, at the end of August, 8 months later, I have a net worth of more than $70,000 is pretty cool. So, again, if that's not something that you guys are doing, I do encourage you to do it. Okay, so now let's just take a look forward at our budget for September. So these are not usually too exciting, because the budget doesn't change very much. What does change is how much rollover do I get, how much in side hustle income do I get, because, all that. So my paychecks are typically $3,928. I don't budget for my Patreon income because it varies. And all of my bills, all of my fixed bills and my sinking funds, they are all budgeted to be covered by my paychecks. So anything extra really is extra. So my total income that I'm looking at for September is $8,156. My total fixed bills and expenses that would come out of that income for the month of September, I'm looking for about $6,056, which leaves me $2,100 to work with. And so my grocery spending, hair, emergency, and health, these are pretty much always the same. I did take health down by $10 for the first paycheck, because I did join Planet Fitness. And that is $10 a month. And so I'm using $10 of what I allocate towards health to pay for that membership. So the $10 is included in the fixed bills and income or expenses. And so, 1 week I'll do $60, or one paycheck I'll do $60 into health. And then the next one I'll do $70. So for a total of $130. And so my total spending envelopes, I'm looking at to be about $1,430, which will leave me $670 to put into my sinking funds. And I have them split up. Pet care is getting a little bit more. This will be the last month that I'm contributing to that to bulk it up. And then the rest just get a percentage of what is left over based on the priority. So we'll look to be about $670 at minimum. The goal always is to put more into those envelopes than I had planned. Okay, so that does it for the monthly closeout. So next up, because this was a extra week month, next up I will actually be doing a cash condensing. So that will come at you next Monday, and then we'll get back into the normal rhythm of the first paycheck cash stuffing. So, all right, well, I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you later. Thanks, bye.